In this tutorial, we will cover the homework on number 2. Let's take a look at the first topic of name a line or a line segment or array. And here in this topic, they're asking you to understand that there are multiple ways that you can name some geometric items. So here they're asking you to name this ray 2 different ways. So a ray has one endpoint and one arrow. And if it passes through 2 points along that ray, then you can use either the first letter, E, or the second letter, B, but you must always use Q. So the symbol for array is one endpoint with one arrow. That's this choice here. And it's going to write that symbol up above these boxes where you need to use capital letters, just like you see here. So the endpoint is always Q, so that's the first letter you write, and you could say Q passes through E. That's one name for the ray, or Q passes through B. That's the other name for the ray. So click down below to submit your answer and try another one. Now this item is a line, and I know that because it has an arrow on both the left and the right sides. So a line symbol has 2 arrows, and you can name this line using any 2 letters along the path. So I can use A to G, like this, or I can use G to I, or I can even use A to I, like that. I can name this figure, I could say GI, GA, AG, AI, IA, right? Lots of backwards and forwards names here. I like to read from left to right, so there it is. So these are all the possibilities. Any one of these would have given you a correct response. All right, let's try one more. This is array again. So in array, you choose the right symbol, one endpoint, one arrow, and you must always start with the endpoint. So in these cases, it's a C, one with a J, one with a B. The only other option that you can have is a line segment that would have 2 endpoints. All right, second one, naming angles. Again, angles can be named in 2 different ways. And when you name an angle, you are tracing the path at which you are traveling. So if this is the angle I'm marking, this is the vertex, then I need to go out, in, and then back out again. Now mind you, I can't go this way because that makes the inside angle this. So what I need to do is go from one endpoint to the vertex and then out to another endpoint. So these are the letters I've touched along the way. And because K is the vertex or the middle point, that letter must always be in the middle. So I can start with J, go to K and connect to M, or I can start with M, connect to K, and go back to J. All right, there we go. Clear my ink afterwards. Here we go. Let's do that one more time. Again, mark your angle. This is a cute little angle here with L in the middle. That's the vertex. And then the 2 rays that go off the side here, or the 2 segments. So that's J and K. So I go from JLK, or I can go KLJ. So I can go forwards and backwards. So I'm going to type that in here. JLK, and then backwards, KLJ. All right, next topic, identify quadrilaterals. So we talked about this in class today, and this one quadrilateral right here has a U on the top and a U on the bottom. That's congruent. We talked about those marks in class today. And then Z is a different letter, but it is congruent on both left and right. You have 4 right angles. So I know it has 4 right angles, 2 pairs of opposite equal sides. So this one is a rectangle. And I know that specifically because it has all angles that measure 90 degrees. Now, are all the sides parallel? No. 2 are parallel and the other 2 are parallel. Is there exactly 1 pair of parallel sides? No, there are 2 pairs of parallel sides. And is it equilateral all over? No. all four sides are not equal. So it's all angles measure 90. Next shape. This has no letters the same, but it does have these two parallel marks. And anytime you have one set of parallel sides, you can potentially have a parallelogram if the sides are the same length. But if you're not sure if the sides are the same length, and these two sides are definitely not the same length, then you're going to have a trapezoid. So this is a trapezoid because all it has is one pair of parallel sides. This is a trapezoid because it has exactly one pair of parallel sides, and that's it. It does not have opposite sides of equal measure. It does not have no sides parallel, and it is not regular, where all angles and all sides are the same. So one parallel side, one set. Let's try one more quadrilateral. What is this specifically? Well, it does not have any 90-degree angles, so it's not a rectangle, it's not a square, but it does have opposite sides parallel, so that makes it a parallelogram, because both pairs of sides are parallel. It does not have right angles, it is not equilateral, and it has more than one pair of parallel sides. So there we go. All right, good luck with that one. Now let's take a look at parallelograms in particular. Parallelograms have two opposite sides that are equal, two opposite sides that are parallel, and it actually has opposite angles congruent. So if this is 10 degrees, the opposite angle is 10 degrees. Opposite angles are congruent. So if it's 10 across, it is going to be 10 at the bottom. So type that 10. Again, next problem. Now these angles are opposite. Whoops. These angles are opposite. So if I know this one down here in red, it has nothing to do with being congruent with this one over here on the left. These are not congruent. These are in fact supplementary. Supplementary. Two angles that when you add them together, they sum to 180 degrees. So I've got x and I've got 130, so I need to find that missing number. So the missing number is 50. Two angles that add to 180. Same side, inside angles. Same side, inside angles. All right, one more. These two are not opposite. They're on the same line and they're inside. Same side, inside angles are supplementary. So x plus 10 equals 180. So that means I'm finding this missing number, which is going to be 170. 170 degrees. That's the answer. All right, next three, adding positive and negative integers. This is a timed race. You need to get 10 right in a row. You can go past it, so it's not going to stop until you make a mistake. So let's see, it's multiple choice. So there we go. So you keep going until you make a mistake. And if you get to 10, that means that you're done. See, I got 10 out of 10. 5, -6, -1. All right, so I made a mistake to end it. And whoops, stop it, go back. Yep, got 100% because I got 10 out of 10. And then you're going to do this again, but this time with subtraction in the middle sometimes. This is 0, this is 18, 7, -4 -6 is -10, -9, 7, 13, -2, 4, and 8. See, I got my 10 out of 10. Now, I just want to stop practicing, so I click the stop button. And then I go back. All right, last one, order of operations. And this one you might need some scratch paper for. You got to try and get 10 in under 100 seconds. And so you might be thinking, what? but that's okay. You do what's in parentheses first. So that's going to give me a -8. You do the exponents second, so that's this here. So -8 times -8 is +64. And then the minus sign on the outside stays, so -64. Okay, so now I'm going to do this first, and this is going to be a -5. And then I got to do this second because multiplication comes before addition. So -4 plus 35, and this is 31. So type that in. Let's see, this one's going to be 100. 100 plus -7 is 93. This is going to be -8 plus 1, so -7. I got to do what's inside parentheses first, so that's 5, and then I square it, so that's 25. All right, then this one is -9, so negative, and then this is -9, and then squared. So -9 times -9 is 81, so -81. -81. Oops, got to turn my marker off. -81. I'll do this one in the middle here. Get my fractions done. So -2 plus -7 times 4. Then I'll do this. -2 minus 28. That's -30. Oh no, I didn't do it. I didn't beat the time. So I need to be a little bit faster next time. 5 squared is 25. -49. All right, so I'm going to stop. I'm going to go back. It gave me a 0 because I didn't do it in under 100 seconds. So I'm going to try again. So this is -7, 49, -49. 9 squared is 81. -9 squared is 81. -2 squared is 4. 9 plus -4 times 9, -36 plus 9, -27. -7 plus 2 times -10, -7 plus -20, -27. -9 plus 32, -9 plus 32 is 23. -6 plus -7 times -1, so -6 plus 7 is 1. And 8 plus 49, 57. 1 plus -5, -35, -34. There it is, 10 out of 10. So if I click stop now and I go back, I'm all done. Good luck.